Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day so far. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Leanne Teston, and I am the founder of the Luxe Group and Luxe Academy. And Luxe Academy works with you and your team members to grow the financial practice that you've always wanted to have, whether it be increased revenue, decreased stress, or a combination of the two. That's what we help you with. Now, today I am super excited to introduce our guest speaker, Lauren Dulgheru. Sorry, I mispronounced your name. Lauren is the Solutionist. So she is going to talk to us about how to separate your personal and business credit. So without further ado, Lauren, show us how.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Leanne, for inviting us on this very special episode. It is a profound honor to come and speak to yourself and all of you ladies and gentlemen, if we're here or anybody in between. So I really appreciate the invitation, and I'm very excited to present this information because here's why. As most of what I deal with, people don't know the absolute level of miseducation. So I get very passionate about uncovering things that we've been told to be true, but they're not actually true. Actually, what we've been told is completely unbeneficial to, us as individuals and as business owners. So again, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So I would go ahead and like to welcome everybody today. My name is Lauren Dulgheru, aka the Solutionist. And again, it is my profound pleasure to be here with you. I'd like to go ahead and get this out of the way. Otherwise, the lawyers and all my advisors are going to kick my butt. So let's just get this out of the way real quick. So this presentation is professional, educational, and entertainment purposes only. This information is not financial, tax, or acquisition advice. I always say consult your trusted professional and conduct your own due diligence. So now that that's out of the way, I'd like to welcome everybody today to how to detach your Social Security number from your business debt. Yes, this is possible. I'm going to show you how. Today, you are getting exclusive access. You're going to be discovering a number of things, but the top things here is we're going to be uncovering the top 5 cardinal sins that business owners make, especially women business owners. We're also going to be uncovering how you can capitalize your business without using your Social Security number. And I know this is a concept a lot of people don't know. I get it. So I like gifts, and I'm sure you do too, right? We're approaching a holiday season, and I'd really like to give everybody here a gift that is most dear to me. But you have to stay until the end to qualify. Let's move into it. So who is this for? Who qualifies? This is for business owners or founders who have used their Social Security numbers or retirement accounts or their personal loans to capitalize their business. This is for the business owner who's committed to growing the business. And you want a clear plan, a path, and a result that you're working towards. Nobody wants to go in circles and not know where they're going and how they're going to get there. And you do not have time to take lengthy classes or scour Google and YouTube and hope that you get accurate information. This is also for the business owner who wants clear action steps, actionable steps. And you want to shorten the timeline to achieving your goals. Who is this not for? This is not for business owners and founders who are not committed to removing liability from their social security number. You're not committed to growing or scaling your business. You're not committed to increasing revenue or accessing over $100,000 in non-PG, personal guarantor, corporate credit. You're not committed to empowering yourselves to take control of your business's capitalization and growth. There is another way. We've all been taught how to create and form a business. And we had to use our personal names. We had to use our social security numbers, but I am here to uncover and excitedly tell you that there is another way. You can detach your social security number from corporate debt and remove personal liability. You can protect your family. You don't have to worry about being sued for business debt. And it allows you to scale your business faster. It unlocks additional opportunities for increased revenue. Now, the Wealthstream Blueprint makes all of this possible. Endless Googling, endless YouTubing, not having the coach, not having the mentor to tell you, that's all out the window. The Wealthstream Blueprint will make this possible. So let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, y'all need to know who I am. My name is Dulgheru, also known as the Solutionist. I'm originally from Rochester, New York. Now I've lived all over the nation. I've traveled the globe a couple times, but I really enjoy warm weather. So now I'm in Florida. I am also a single mom. I have a 5-year-old boy. His name is Dominic, and he is my light. He is my life. All moms out there, you completely understand those sentences. I also speak numerous languages, and I'm learning, more languages anywhere I go. But I also make sure that I can communicate wherever I go, even if I don't speak the language fluidly. I'm a member of the Empirenomics community. The Empirenomics community is fervent in leverage, thinking better, banking better, leveraging better, and growing our businesses faster and more effectively. I'm also a member of the Daughters of the Revolution, the DAR. For those that don't know, I have ancestors who participated in the American Revolution against Britain, and the DAR are representatives of those ancestries. I do volunteer publicly with the Boy Scouts of America, and I volunteer privately all over my region, and I have a tendency to prepare Thanksgiving dinners and give them out to anybody who's having a hard time wherever I go. I have both a collegiate and post-collegiate formal degrees in addition to my specialized education. I have made a decision that profoundly changed my life. I got a mentor. I have a coach. This speaks to everybody who is rocking their own profession. Superstar athletes, actors, high-performing business individuals. They have coaches, they have mentors, and that makes all the difference. We like to say that when you know where you want to go, you know who you want to be, you find the person that's been there, that has done that, and you learn from them. Getting a coach, getting a mentor changed my experience. I began getting far different results. I transformed my business and my personal credit despite any past failures or feedback. As it turns out, having that trusted advisor on my team, an experienced mentor, truly made all the difference. And this is where I'm most satisfied about serving others in business, is really witnessing that full transformation in what they thought could only be a pipe dream. It was only a pipe dream because you didn't have a plan. You didn't have a model laid out that could bring you to that big dream that you're looking for. I have this highly specialized education, as I mentioned previously. Both my formalized and private education have changed my life and my family. I enlisted a true leverage and credit master who is exactly where I want to be and has that rare and specialized edge. I also learned who I really am in debt and leverage, private banking, creative capital structure, and business formation. I learned how to think better, how to bank better, and how to leverage better. And this is how I obtained my specialized education in credit, because credit and debt takes into account not only thinking and banking, but certainly leveraging. I understand. I've been there before. I had the same education. The hard yet plain truth is we were lied to. We were told that we must sign as a guarantor. You know how you went into the bank and you created your business account and they handed you a signature card. They wanted your social security number, your driver's license. They wanted all of your personal identifying information, even though you were opening a business account. It doesn't make sense. We were led to believe that there's no options. I remember when I opened my first business account decades ago, that banker sat there and told me that I have to put my name down, that there is no other option. And at this point, I had an indication that the true business moguls out there, they didn't put their name on the line. Like, that just seemed too risky to me. But the banker that I was sitting with told me without a certainty of a doubt, you must put your personal name and social security number there. And that's what gets us trapped. If the business fails, so do we. So our education truly did not prepare us for business expansion and industrialism, not to mention just operating a business. I have learned many, many hard, painful, and joyous lessons. That's why today I empower women business owners just like yourself to grow and to scale their business without the social security number. It's not necessary. Now you know that you have access to an advocate, to an educator, to your trusted advisor. So with the Wealthstream's Blueprint, you're going to be able to untangle yourself from liability. You're going to be able to learn how to acquire up to $100,000 in 6 to 8 months without the personal guarantee. So here's where we're coming back to the miseducation. Banks and lenders are fully aware of what true business credit is, yet they nearly force you to take responsibility for corporate debt. I'll just take a little rewind there. They want you, the individual, the person, to take responsibility for a business, a formed fiction, for their own security. It does nothing to benefit you, the individual, or the business. It only serves to benefit the bank. Again, that comes back to that mass miseducation where we were truly led to believe that we had to do these things if we really wanted to achieve our dream of having a business, of not having to rely on somebody else's paycheck, not having to listen to somebody else's obligatory and fruitless demands. This is what we were told that we had to undergo. But really, who's the enemy in this equation? The bank, right? The bank's creditors, the ones who issue credit cards and loans. Lenders, they love to make sure that they're taken care of. But where's your advocate? Who's making sure that you're taken care of? Now, this question is painful. Was this a misfortunate accident? Nope, not at all. It comes back to that CYA. Cover your, I'll let you fill in the blank. They made double sure that no matter what, if a business defaulted on their financial obligations, they've effectively found an individual to become responsible for it. And that's not fair. This was all planned, and it certainly is not to your benefit. Why is it a problem? Because, your business can fail just like the masses. Did you know that 1 in 5 businesses will fail in the first year? And those that don't, 50% of those will not last 5 years. But why? It's always due to 2 things: undercapitalization and mismanagement. Undercapitalization meaning we don't have enough money to capitalize and grow the business. Mismanagement, we were never trained how to operate, build, and run a business with our formalized educations. Why is this a problem again? There's a lot of problems. You can be sued. When you use your Social Security number on commercial or business debt, and your business fails to make those payments, you can be sued. You personally can be sued, and that affects your family. That affects people who rely on you every day. It's also going to lower your FICO scores, your credit scores. When you are using your Social Security number in a commercial respect, if you default, it's going to come back to your own personal credit report. So even if you didn't have the control and the management, it's still going to reflect in your personal space, and those will tank as well. You'll start seeing your personal accounts being closed, maybe bank accounts, credit accounts, lines of credit. Loans won't be able to be renewed, or that institution might not work with you again. Did you know that the US has 12.3 million women-owned businesses? Did you know that 40% of US businesses are women-owned? And that 62% of women entrepreneurs cite that their business is their primary source of income. Primary source of income. The worst part of all of this is that 90%, 97% do not know the cardinal sins of business debt and structure, and they are literally unknowingly harming themselves and their families. Now, I'm going to uncover the 5 cardinal sins against business credit and debt. And I will tell you that only 1% have this information. The 1% are people that we would consider, or we might name, business moguls. Donald Trumps, Warren Buffett's, and the like. They're the mavericks. They've used this strategy for years. Why didn't you know about this? Well, that was by design, actually. So let's go over cardinal sin number 1. You've pledged yourself into debt slavery. If the business fails, you can be sued. It jeopardizes your family's security and your lifestyle. Cardinal sin number 2. You've been structuring your business incorrectly. Founders often choose an entity structure that is not appropriate for the function of their business and or their industry. And this can be highly damaging, not only immediately for business credit, but years to come as you operate and perform and grow. When you don't have the right business structure, your corporate veil, the boundary, has been breached. There's no longer a boundary. which defeats the entire purpose of having a LLC or a corporation to begin with. The third cardinal sin that business owners make is incorporating in the wrong state. If you don't incorporate in a state that highly favors entities in business, you could be doing more damage to your business and ultimately your business's tax self at the end of your fiscal year. So it's very important to make sure that you're choosing the correct state to incorporate in so that you can take advantage of the benefits that corporate-friendly states do offer. Cardinal sin number 4. Is it a bad name? Did you choose the wrong name for your business? Certain types of names will disqualify you from business or credit funding. You really want to stay away from names that banks and lenders might find risky. And cardinal sin number 5, make sure that you're not getting this one wrong. This one will affect you for years to come and is very difficult to change. Choosing the wrong SIC or NICS code. These are when we're going in and we're creating our Dun & Bradstreet numbers. We want to make sure that we're codifying your business properly to align with business credit and funding acquisition. Like I said, certain codes are going to rate you differently and can disqualify you from business and credit funding altogether. I would love to know at this point, how many of you or who has committed one of these 5 cardinal sins? It's okay. You know, I committed all of them. That's why I sit here and speak about them here today, is because I committed each and every one of them. But it comes back to that specialized education where I learned what I was doing wrong, how to fix it, and then how to grow, scale, and leverage by doing it properly. Remember how I said you don't have to use your social security number. You don't have to use your retirement funds or borrow somebody else's retirement funds. You don't have to get a personal loan. Is your business name preventing you from accessing funding? How do you know if you have the right business name or the right NAICS code? How do you know? I know that there's probably a lot of you who are already in the mess, in the soup, except it's not a soup anymore. It's a stew, and the spoon is standing straight up. Again, I understand. I've been there and I've done that. But there's a way out. You can get your social security number out from underneath your business, even if you've already used it. So do you want to be able to unhinge your personal credit from your business so that you can benefit more richly in both your business and your personal credit profiles? The Wealthstream Blueprint is what is going to bridge that gap. It's going to help you remove that social security number. You're going to learn how to protect you and your family, how to detach your personal self from commercial debt, and you're going to learn how to capitalize your business without using your social security number. You'll be able to access up to $100,000 in pure corporate credit in the first 9 months. You're going to unlock highly desirable funding opportunities. You're not going to have just one pick or two picks. You're going to have options. You're going to have beneficial options when you have properly structured business credit. With the Wealthstream Blueprint, you're going to receive a lot. You're going to get a plan, path, and action set that's going to get you to your desired goal. You get access to my extensive network of highly specialized teams that can guide you in any capacity that you desire. You will have clear, specific, actionable steps to achieve your goal. You're going to have access to a specialist and information that only 1% have access to. And that's kind of a hard pill to swallow, because as much as I might love it, and as much as I'm going and I'm working toward it, and that's my mission, at this point, only 1% has access to this information, and that has to change. Let's get that rate up. So if you want to learn how to detach your social security number from business debt, the Wealthstream Blueprint was designed precisely to help you achieve that goal. If you want to grow and scale your business without becoming the personal guarantor, you know that if your business goes south, they come and stick you with the lawsuit. They come after your house, your retirement accounts, your bank accounts. If you don't want to be the personal guarantors of your corporate and your business debt, the Wealthstream Blueprint is going to help you exit from that cycle. You will be able to reduce your mental workload and effort and obtain a fully customized blueprint that'll get you to your goals. As business owners, we don't have time to be endlessly Googling, endlessly YouTubing, sitting in classes for hours, taking notes, putting A and B together and hoping that we arrive at C. As business owners, we need to reduce our mental workload. And the Wealthstream Blueprint will help you reduce the mental workload so that you can accomplish your goal and not have to spend endless hours trying to figure out how to accomplish it. You're going to reclaim precious time. We only have so much time here on Earth. You don't want to be spending it and cycling it and endless searching, endless hoping that that slice of information is accurate and up to date. You're going to benefit from decades of experience, access to specialists in any arena that you were looking to be in. You're going to be achieving your own prescribed goals, not the goals that somebody else told you that you should have, but the ones that you've been waking up and everyone's telling you that was a pipe dream. You're going to achieve the pipe dream goals, because it really wasn't a pipe dream, my friends. And countless hours on YouTube and Google, you won't be searching for things that you don't know are accurate. You can search things that get you live and passionate. Again, comes back to reclaiming that precious time. Precious time, because we only have so much of it. And like I said, I'm a mom. I try to take as much time as possible to be with my boy. He's already nearly 6 years old. And from what they tell me, that I'm going to wake up one day and he's going to be 18. So I'm very diligent in how I circulate my time. Part comes in with that experience. When you work and you enlist people with decades of experience, you are shortening your own timeline. You don't have to learn those hard lessons, the ugly lessons, the expensive lessons. You get the benefit of decades of experience. You get access to specialists. You don't go to your general practitioner when you need heart surgery, right? You go to a cardiologist. You will have access to specialists and reclaim those countless hours Googling, searching, hoping that it's accurate. And you're going to capitalize and grow your business. I understand, like I said, business owners, just plain and simply, we don't have time to take hours and hours of classes or to graduate from Google University and really hope that this data, this information, these processes are up to date and up to current times and current banking standards. So do you want to have precise action steps laid out for you? Reduce the workload, maximize your opportunity and your security, and don't put yourself, your social security number, at risk. You can access business capital so that you can scale and create new opportunities and invest in your business's future, because you didn't go into business because you didn't like the paycheck. You went into business because you didn't like the paycheck and you wanted to create your own hours and create your own revenue and your own income, and you didn't want to ask permission to do it. You have a mission, you have a passion, you have a dream. That's why we all came into business. But it wasn't to struggle. It certainly, when I came into business, wasn't to put my family at risk because I did it wrong. But for decades, I did it wrong. When I learned how to do it right and how to create pure business credit, I separated myself. I separated my family. And all of a sudden, they were not exposed to any business misfortune, business misstep. So you really want to get access to a customized plan, path, and experience. Guys, I really appreciate y'all sticking with me today. As you can see, I am very passionate about teaching, advocating, and empowering other business women so that you don't have to go through the painful mistakes, the painful feedback, and all of those extra penalties that I purchased myself because I didn't know any better. I watch other business women and I really want them to overcome everything, because the hard truth is, even though we are in 2021, there still is this male and this female gap, and women still are undervalued, underpaid, undercompensated. And we get told regularly that things are impossible. But our male counterparts, you've got this, no worries. I've got news for you. You are possible. Your business is possible. And when that clicks and just watching that transformation, that brings me sheer joy. That gets me rising every day, is watching these transformations. Watching women who had struggled for so long with misinformation, miseducation, and told that they couldn't do it because they were a mom, because they were a female, because. My true passion comes in watching you kick down that door. So as I promised, I like giving gifts, but I'm going to give you guys something that I hold truly dear, and that is my time. My time is finite. We don't have enough of it on this world. So for the first 20 men or ladies, I would love to be able to give you a strategy session, which is normally valued at $13.97 for free. Like I said, for the first 20 that claim their appointment, that claim their strategy session for free, we're going to discuss your situation. We're going to uncover plans and possibilities. We're going to create strategies. We're going to diagnose problems, and we're going to start to formulate solutions to bring all of these together for you so that they're no longer an obstacle. So they're no longer a problem, but they're a triumph. You're going to learn how to capitalize your business and grow your company the way you dreamed of when you set it up on day one. Make sure that you scan this QR code. Like I said, for the first 20 people, I will have a free complimentary strategy session instead of that $13.97 for free today. But it's only good for today. Today only. Make sure that you grab one of those coveted spots so you can learn how to grow your business and access true business capital. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, but I would love to take questions. I love to answer all sorts of questions. So let me know. What do we have in the chat box? Lots of comments.
If anyone has any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat so Lauren can can give you the answers that you're looking for. Now, while we're waiting, Lauren, maybe you can touch on what might be available for Canadian business owners. I know that we have a bunch of Canadian business owners in the crowd, and I'm sure they're thinking, how can this apply to me? Because I do know with experience in dealing with the Canadian banks, they are adamant that you provide a
Bill side
personal
on the
guarantee.
line. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. In the grand country of the United States of America, we have a beautiful way that we can have foreign international business owners. So just because you're in Canada or Switzerland, just not in the United States, you can still create and operate business and create business funding and credit for your entity so that you can grow and scale. It's a different way to go about it. We have a creative process that we go with to, really create that experience for those business owners. But that is a solution.
Awesome. No, that's great. Thank you. And we do have a question from Learn with Hassan. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. She is asking, what should women do in order to be a successful business owner?
Oh, well, Learn with Hassan, thank you for asking this question. I'm going to go ahead and say, I don't want you to think that this is a broad or arbitrary answer, but it really comes down to getting a coach, getting a mentor, enlisting someone who's accomplished what you want to accomplish precisely so that you can follow their action steps to get where you want to go. Working with a mentor, enlisting a mentor, an advocate, an educator, they've been there. They've done that. They know how the shoes feel. They've worn the t-shirt and they've put the buttons up. It shortens your timeline. You don't have to go through the blood, the sweat, the tears, the failures, the penalties, the extra fines. All of that is eliminated when you have a mentor. And this doesn't just go to business. This also stems back into personal life. When you're looking to create or experience any type of goal, and you want to shorten the timeline to arrive at, I don't want to say at your doorstep, but at your heyday, you enlist a coach, just like Tiger Woods does, right? Just like Michael Jordan did. Just like all of the greats do. They all have coaches, voice coaches, sports coaches, golfing coaches, swing coaches, speaking coaches. If you want to be a great, you enlist a great. That way you can make sure that you're in alignment and you're going to be achieving your goals. Again, this goes with business and personal. What other questions do we have?
Nothing else that I've seen posted so far. So again, if you've got questions, please add it to the comments so that Lauren can get some answers for us. But Lauren, just on that thought that you were chatting about earlier, I do absolutely 100% agree that it's really important to have a coach in your corner to help you make those decisions and most importantly, avoid those mistakes that you might experience along the way of your business journey. I built a number of financial practices when I was working directly in the industry. I was very lucky to have someone that I could turn to, that I could ask questions of. But for many women that are in the industry right now, they don't have that person. And that's why I decided to do what I do in helping those women grow their financial practices. So I couldn't agree with you more. It's so important to have someone by your side.
And it's funny that you mentioned that. We know that we have a goal, often a lofty goal. But remember, before you got your coach, right, a couple of years before that, you were embarrassed to ask for help. Like it was admitting defeat. Like you were less of a person for seeking out someone to guide you. That's so false. It truly demonstrates your true strength and sustainability and determination by enlisting a coach. There's no reason to be embarrassed to bring someone else on your team because, even though I'm a co-founder, I'm a trustee, I'm a chairwoman, I always surround myself with people who are more intelligent than I in different places. And I have a circle of advisors, a circle of coaches all around, but I specialize in a certain area. They specialize in other areas. So for everybody out there, if you are looking to achieve a business goal, a personal goal, a fitness goal, a physical body goal or achievement, don't be embarrassed. Really reach out, really talk to people, because when you enlist a coach, when you enlist a mentor, that's when you're going to find your breakthroughs. That's where you're going to level up. All you have to do is say, I'm doing it, and do it. Because that's where you're going to level up. As you can hear, Leanne and myself, this is our story. This is our experience. Really, once we got the coaches involved is when we saw the difference. Am I wrong, Leanne?
No, you're absolutely right. And to this day, I have so many coaches surrounding me and helping me out and giving me advice.
Yes.
I have a business coach. I have a nutrition coach. I have a workout coach. And together, I'm always getting the feedback that I am looking for so that I can up level my entire life. And that's one of the greatest things that I have found is that when you surround yourself with others or put yourself in the room with others that have more experience, more knowledge than what you do, that's how you're going to continue to rise. That's how you're going to continue to get to the top, is by being around those other people.
Absolutely. Your network determines your net worth. And there's no second two ways about that.
Yeah, for sure.
But actually, that scares people, right? Your network determines your net worth. But it's not, because when you get out there and you start meeting people and you talk to people and you find your coach, you realize how passionate you are in what you do. And that's where you find true empowerment. And you see your own light. And when you see your own light, others see your light. Others hear your voice. They hear your sound. They hear the passion. They hear the love. And that's where you're going to hear the level up again.
Yeah, absolutely. There is no better feeling in the world than knowing that you're making a difference, knowing that you're making an impact, and having your heart feel so incredibly full that you think it's going to burst.
Yes.
And to impact others so that they can have that feeling for themselves too. I love that. That's what keeps me going every day.
That's the best part of my rising.
Wonderful.
I love seeing the transformation.
Absolutely.
So do we have any other questions in the chat?
I don't think so. Well, thank you, everyone that has taken that precious time out of their day to join us. I trust that you learned a lot. I know I did. And I'm chatting with Lauren right after this presentation, to take a look at how I can capitalize my business. So don't hesitate to schedule that call. Even as just to listen to see, what it could look like for you. It's free. So there you go. Good. Is there anything else you'd like to say in parting, Lauren?
I'm going to say, if you weren't able to post your question here on the live feed, if you're seeing it on the replay, put it into the comments. And if it's not in one of my feeds, Ms. Leanne here will definitely let me know so that I can get your question answered. And you could also DM me directly, Lauren Dulgheru, aka the Solutionist. My profile is public. Total Solution Trust is also public. So there's a number of ways that you can reach out to me if you have any questions that you weren't able to get into the chat. And I really appreciate everybody for, spending your precious time with me. As I know that I enunciated, there's not enough time while we're here. And I really am honored that you spent this time with me today.
All right. Well, thanks so much, everyone. And we will see you soon. Bye
Thank
for
you,
now.
guys.